I am born and raised in Waco. I have two twin boys that are 18 months.
And tell me how you came to know Kieran. Tell me a little about your backstory.
Well, I became pregnant unexpectedly. And I really did not know like how to be a parent or what to expect or anything with that. Because I was told that it would be impossible for me to have kids. So I never pictured me being a mom. I had some health issues with my ovaries, and I kept getting like cysts and everything like that. So they was just saying like my chances would be like really hard. And I was still not really comprehending that I was pregnant. So I went to the medical site and they told me I can come back like a couple days later and I can do an ultrasound. And so when I got there, the lady was like, when she was doing the ultrasound, she's like, is there something you want to tell me? And I was like, no. And she was like, you're having twins. And I was like, no, ma'am. And she was like, yes, you are. And I was like, no. And she turned the monitor and I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, those are my cysts. And she was like, no. You see that little flutter? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's a heartbeat. And there's a heartbeat. And I was like, and you're laying down on the table. I'm laying down on the table. And so like tears just like, I silently cry from the side. And I was just like, and she was like, do you want somebody to pray for you? And I was like, yeah, I need all that. I need you to pray for me. I need them to pray for me. Everybody in the building to pray for me at this point.
Tell me about, so now you find out you're pregnant, you found out you're having twins, you're at the Kieran medical site. What brought you over to the support site? How did you know we were here?
After I got prayed for, another lady came in separate from the ultrasound tech. And she was like, she gave me a thing and she's like, you can go to CareNet and they help with classes. My sister also told me the same thing as well. And then she was saying like, the more classes you take, they will you get points and you can use those points to go to the store. And I'm like, I don't I don't need to go to the store or anything, but I do need the classes. So
What was the most, as you started to come in, tell me, because part of your story is about just coming in with twins. I mean, I've only had one baby at a time, and it's a lot with one baby at a time. So part of your story, I know, is that you just said, oh, it was overwhelming.
yeah.
So when you first came in, how old were your babies? Because you were coming for class.
Yes.
And then you tell the story about how they saw you and they were like, let us help with those babies. Tell me about that.
I would say we were probably almost 2 months, and I was just like, you know what? It was a class. How to? I'm trying to think. I think it was like like the sleeping class or something like that. And I was like, okay, I really want to take that class because these babies are not sleeping. Like you gotta feed every 2 to 3 hours. Like I was exhausted. So I came in, and then the boys went to the childcare for a little bit, and then I brought them back in class because I felt lonely without them. And that's I don't know. I felt lonely without them, so I went and got them. Then I did the class, and then after the class, like I was saying, like walking around saying goodbye, letting everybody see the babies and stuff like that. And then they asked me, they said, "How are you doing?" And I couldn't. I held back my cry, and I still can't. And I just said, "I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired." And they said, "Do you want to take a nap?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "We'll watch them while you take a nap." And even like I had my family and stuff to help me, but I didn't want to ask for the help because I felt like my babies were my responsibility. So when they asked me, I was like, "No, I'm good." And they said, "You can't take care of them if you can't take care of you." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go take a nap. I'll take a 20-minute nap." I think I took like 30. And then I woke up because I heard a baby crying. They said it wasn't my baby. They said no baby was crying. So I'm not sure why I heard a baby crying, but definitely I know I heard a baby crying, but they said no. But I woke up and I was looking around for them, trying to figure out where they were, and they was just up front with the receptionist and stuff, answering the phones with them. So it was just relieving to be able to just get like a little nap because people say, "Oh, rest when the babies are resting." You can't.
What would you say? So that was your experience, and how you said you weren't quite sure if you should say yes to the help. But once you got that and you experienced that event, what did it feel like to come back the next time, or how did that open up your heart when you would come here?
I know I wasn't in it by myself. I didn't have to do it by myself. That everybody needs a little bit of help and it's okay. And you're not being a burden on people when they're telling you that they're helping. They want to help you. They want to help you because they genuinely love you and they care about you.
When you walk through the doors here at CareNet, what's the first word that comes to mind?
Relief. Everybody here loves my babies. And everybody is like, can we get them? Can we get them? So I know that I can be in class and I can focus on the class, what I'm here for, to be able to better myself for them and not have to worry about them because they're going to be taken care of.
If you were talking to somebody who was like, "What's this CareNet place? Why would I go? I don't really know if I want to go." And what would you say to somebody that was on the fence of whether or not to use it?
I would tell them you should go, at least give it one class because that's all it took for me was one class because it gives you the knowledge and it makes you want to come back for the next class because it's like, oh, all this stuff I didn't know. My name is Angel, and this is my story.